Hello, Tom. Is it okay if we can do a collection DVD on your era? Yes, of course you can. But would you like a jelly baby? Oh, thanks, Tom. I would. Yeah. Yes, it is downstairs. You want to get them. I've left them down there with K9. Okay, Doctor, I will go and get some later. Okay, I shall go now. Good tie. Yeah, goodbye, Tom. Yeah, here we go. Sorry about my dreadful Tom Baker impression. I think Stuart can do a better impression than me. But anyway, let's get started on this on this collection DVD update. So here we go. Now we go. The first story of the Fourth Doctor is Robot. Yeah, it's a good entry for the Fourth Doctor though, but I think I prefer Spearheads in Space better though. But yeah, I think it's a nice introduction with the Fourth Doctor, and it's good that the good thing about it that as soon as you see Tom, the Fourth Doctor, you know that is the Doctor, and I just love when the Doctor is gets those skipping ropes and. He starts skipping with Harry and he goes, Mother, I feel sick. Send for the doctor. Quick, quick, quick. Mother, dear, shall I die? Yes, my darling. Why and why? 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, it's a good story, Robot. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Now the second story is The Ark in Space Special Edition. Yeah, it's a decent story in my opinion. I think it's a bit overrated though. I know my mate Charlie, he loves this story. So there you go, Charlie. You got a shout out there. But yeah, it's a decent story. I do like it. Tom's great. The Homo sapiens. I like that quote. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. It's just a decent story in my opinion. The Sontaran Experiment, yeah, it's a nice two-parter. To be honest, Tom's first season is great. Yeah, it's a nice two-parter for the Sontarans. Again, don't really have much to say. I don't think not a lot goes on in this one though, but it's still really good. I think I can't remember which commander this Sontaran is though, but I remember Commander Lynx is in the Time Warrior, which I love. I think I like that one even more though, but I do like this one. It's a good Sontaran story. Now next is Genesis of the Daleks, and my god, this is absolutely a massive big masterpiece, and it's written by Terry Nation, and my god, it is absolutely amazing. To be honest, everybody loves Genesis of the Daleks. You can't hate Genesis of the Daleks, but I know a few people I know think it's a bit overrated though. I don't blame them for that, but I can't resist though, because it's the first introduced of Davros, and Michael Wisher is amazing with the part. Yeah, it's a great. I think it's a 7-parter. I'm gonna have to check that. But yeah, brilliant story, great performances. It shows, the great. It shows how the Daleks were made, and it's very interesting in that. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love it to pieces. Now, this is the last episode of Tom's first season, Revenge of the Cybermen. I'm not a big fan of this one. I just found it a bit boring. I think it dragged it in some places though, but to be honest, I can't remember what it was about. I've watched it twice though, and I can't even remember because I was that bored of it. But yeah, it's not one of my favourite Cybermen story. It was actually the first Fourth Doctor story I ever got. Also with the Deadly Assassin. But yeah, not my favourite though, but some people might like it though, but I do respect your opinion. But yeah, I haven't got much to say about this story. Now, starting off with Tom's second season, it starts off with Terror of the Zygons. Now, I wish that the Zygons were in the classic era even more, because that would be amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't really get we didn't really get any other Zygon stories in the classic era. We just got Terror of the Zygons. I'm glad that Stephen Moffat got them back for the Day of the Doctor and the two-part Zygon story episodes, which I absolutely adore. And plus, I do adore Terror of the Zygons. I think it's an amazing story and one of my favourites. Look at Tom there. He's wearing a kilt, and it's a shame though because he only wears that for like 10 minutes of the episode, and you just don't see it after that. I also heard that this was the last DVD release of the classic series, so this was the last story that came out for the classic series. So that's what I've heard. I'm not too sure, but that's what I've heard. You can comment below if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, amazing story. And I also love what the Doctor says, like, is that bag big enough for you, Brigadier? I think, yeah, it's that one. Yeah, amazing story. The Zygons are very threatening in it, which I absolutely love. I know the theme monster wasn't really that convincing though, but it was still good. Yeah, brilliant story. I absolutely love it, and I really suggest that you should go out and buy this one. Planet of Evil. I'm not a big fan of this one. I think it drags quite a bit. The first time I watched it, I actually kind of liked it, but the second time, I just couldn't get into it. But yeah, there's one thing that I've noticed in here, that the Doctor said that he didn't like Shakespeare in it. He didn't like any of his work, but in series 3, he absolutely adores Shakespeare. So they've kind of, so I'm guessing that's whoever written the Shakespeare, because I forgot who it was, so probably misted that out. So yeah, that's a good point there. But yeah, the Planet of Evil was just a bit of a drag for me. It's not one of my favourites from Tom's second season. Now here we are on with Pyramids of Mars, and my God, one of my top favourite Fourth Doctor stories. Absolutely brilliant. Sutekh is amazing. He is so threatening. He's basically like Omega. Sorry if I can't pronounce that right, but he's very threatening. He controlled the Doctor. He made the Doctor his bitch. That's how threatening he was, and I really hope he comes back for the modern series. I hope he comes back for like Chris Chibnall's era. I have seen him in some of the magazines I've got, so he's in that, which is really good though. But yeah, brilliant story. I absolutely love Pyramids of Mars. Here we go, the android invasion. Underrated, I think. Underrated. I love the android invasion. I think it's really great. I think the androids are really good. They actually kind of creep me out a bit. I don't know why though, but yeah, android invasion, great story. I kind of love the Doctor getting chased by those men. I don't know why. Just don't ask me that. But yeah, great story. Definitely get it. It's underrated. You should definitely get the android invasion. The Brain of Morbius, I adore this story. It is set on the planet Khan, and I think you've heard of Khan in the modern series. Yeah, brilliant story. You also see one of the sisterhood of Khan, the leader from from the modern series, though. But you see, played by a different actress, of course, which is great. I think Morbius has a really interesting story. I'm not going to go into much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you guys who haven't seen it, though. But yeah, you should definitely get this story. It's very horror, I think. Very horror. Brilliant story. Yep, definitely get it. Now here we go. The Seeds of Doom. What can I say? Absolutely classic, this one. I adore this story. And it's actually got one of my favourite actors, an actor which I really like and I also got to meet. And I've mentioned this in my Only Fools and Horses video of Doctor Who. And it's got John Chollis in, and he's Scarborough, I think that's his name. Brilliant story. I absolutely adore this. It's got some great settings in, and I think the comedy for the Fourth Doctor is amazing. Like when he gets tied up and he asks to turn around, and he just turns around fully, which I find hilarious. But yeah, it's a great story. 6 parts long, but I'll tell you one thing: it never drags. It goes so quick, like the War Games. Definitely get this one. This is a story you should definitely get this if you're going to collect the Fourth Doctor. Now, I'm not even going to pronounce this story, but I'll have a go anyway. It's called Massacre of Mondragon, if I said that right. But yeah, when I first bought this, I looked it up at the reviews and what people thought about it, and not a lot of people liked it. But when I watched it, I really liked it. I think you have to be into medieval stuff like that to really enjoy it, because I like medieval stuff. Yeah, you have to be into medieval stuff to like it, though, but I really do like it. And if you're into medieval stuff, definitely buy it. This is definitely the story you should get if you're into medieval. Now, The Hand of Fear. Yeah, it's a great story. I think this one's a bit underrated as well, in my opinion. And it's also Sarah Jane's last story. And I thought the ending of her departing with the Doctor was really sad. It's just so great that, she came back for the 5 Doctors. And also she did K9 and Company, A Girl's Best Friend, which I still need to see. But I've heard not a lot of people like that, so I might leave that for another day. But yeah, Hand of Fear is underrated. It's definitely one that needs a bit more appreciation. But yeah, it's a good story. It's definitely worth getting. Now, The Deadly Assassin, one of my favourite Fourth Doctor stories. Probably my 3rd favourite. I should know because I said this in my top 5 Fourth Doctor stories, and that's on All Things Doctor Who at Aaron's channel. So I'll put a link in the description below of that. Yeah, brilliant story. The Master is threatening, and it's just a shame that Roger Delgado died. But it's still technically, even though it's a different actor, but the story is technically the Roger Delgado is just like a dying corpse, and I think the dream world that the Doctor's in is really good and brilliant. I absolutely adore this story. I mean, who couldn't? It's a brilliant story, and it's set on Gallifrey. It's absolutely brilliant, and that's what I thought was going to get for Hell Bent, but unfortunately we didn't, though. But Deadly Assassin, absolutely brilliant, definitely worth getting. The Hand of Fear, Leela's first story. Now, the first time I watched this, I didn't think much of it, though, but the second time I actually appreciated it more. But yeah, I had mixed opinions about this one, so yeah, I think it's alright. It's not my favourite though, but it's decent. It's got a good story to it, I think. It's good to show where Leela is, and I like how the Doctor and Leela meet. And hello, did I startle you? Did I startle you? Would you like a jelly baby? But yeah, I like that story, and I like how how they find out where Leela's from. I like how everybody thinks that he's the evil one. I also love the line he says is like, "Stay back or else I'll kill you with this deadly jelly baby," which is I think is hilarious. The Fourth Doctor is hilarious. That's what I love about him. But yeah, it's a decent story. It's not one, if you getting some Fourth Doctor, it's not really one that I should suggest getting yet though. But yeah, if you haven't got much, if you've got most of them and you haven't really got this one, yeah, I would suggest you should get it though. But if you're new to getting Fourth Doctor stories, this is not one I should get just yet though. But yeah, it's a decent story. I like it now. But if you asked me that the last time I watched it, I would have been negative though. But yeah, it's an alright story. I'll be alright with it if I had to rewatch it again, but I won't be that overexcited about it. But yeah, it's an alright story. Now, the Robots of Death, special edition, of course. I think this one's a bit overrated in my opinion. Sorry guys if you adore this story, but I like it though, but overrated in my eyes. But don't get me wrong, it's still a good story though. I think the robots are really good in it. But yeah, it's not one that I'm overexcited about. I know I know Alex Patterson from the Doctor Who Guide loves this story. But yeah, it's an okay story in my eyes. But for you guys, you probably adore this story, which I don't blame you. I respect everybody's opinions, but yeah, if you're in the mood, well, in my eyes, if you're in the mood for it, go and watch it though. But to you guys, you'll probably love it. But yeah, it's not that I'm knocking it or anything. It's a great story though. Yeah, you should get this one if you're a fan of it. Now we're on the Talons of Wing Chang, and my fucking god. Sorry for the language though. This is my all-time favourite Fourth Doctor story, and it's also my friend Charlie's all-time favourite Fourth Doctor story, and I don't blame you, dude. I adore this story so much. The setting is amazing in Victorian London, and the dolls, they are so creepy. Mr. Chang is such a great villain, and I adore this story. And yeah, if you're collecting the Fourth Doctor stories, I suggest you get this one first. Definitely worth getting. It is. God, if you asked me if we got to watch this one, I would say yes. And if you even asked me what Fourth Doctor story, this will be the story I would suggest you watch. It is absolutely perfection. That's how brilliant it is. It's brilliant, and I love the Doctor's get-up. Very Sherlock indeed, and that's what I love about it. Yeah, worth getting. And I also heard it's Tom Baker's personal favourite, and I don't blame you, Tom. Yeah, definitely worth getting. Now we move on to the horror of Fang Rock, and by God, this is one of the most scariest Doctor Who stories I've seen. Very creepy. Very creepy indeed. Set on a lighthouse, and it's got the villains of the Routons, which are fighting against the Sontarans, which I find really creepy. They are so threatening, and everybody dies in this story, just apart from the Doctor and Leela. It's so threatening. I have no idea why it's a you. Brilliant story. Leela is amazing. So is Tom, and I adore this story so much, and I think most of you do, and I nearly fell over then. Great story, definitely worth getting if you're in that horror mood. It is a horror film, this horror story. I mean, it kind of reminds me of Knock Knock, but I just wish in Knock Knock the characters just should have died. Just the characters, they should have died, but just not my character, the one that looks like me. He should have stayed. Just him who should have stayed alive. Brilliant story. It is great, and yeah, worth getting. It is brilliant. Now we come on to The Invisible Enemy. Another underrated story. Not a lot of people like this story. I like it. Good story. I don't have much to say about this, but it's K9's first introduction to the Doctor Who universe. Yeah, great story. That's great story in my eyes. That's all I've really got to say about it, really. I don't have much to say, but yeah, decent story. Image of Fandel. This one is one of my favourites as well. Again, it's also got another actor from Only Fools and Horses. He was hardly in Only Fools and Horses, but he played a really good character in this. So I can't remember his name though, but yeah, I think this is really good. I actually like Leela in it. I think she looks kind of attractive in this episode. Don't ask me why though. But, yep. But yeah, decent story this is. The Sunmakers, underrated I think. It's got a really good story to it, and the villain is good. I think John Leeson does the voice of K9. He's brilliant and he has a good part. Yeah, I really like this story. That's all I got to say about it, really. It's just a decent story. I just wish it had more appreciation to it. Underworld. I haven't seen this one yet, though, but I've heard some bad reports about this one. I've heard that I know the quality back in the classic series wasn't really that good, but you know, if you're a classic fan like me, you can just get used to the of the effects back then, because I can appreciate all that, because you know that's what they had back then. It's just the story what counts, though. But I've heard that some of the stuff in here is not really that great. It's a bit like Tamina Rani in a way. But let's not talk about Tamina Rani, because I'll get very, very angry and pissed off. But yeah, I'll give it a watch, see what I think about it. I've only heard like a few of my mates actually don't mind it though, but I heard it's pretty bad. Invasion of Time, another Sontaran story. And again, I haven't seen this one. I've heard that the Sontarans don't come until like part 4 though. And I know it's Leela's last story as well though, but I don't know what everybody's opinion is. I've heard that, you know, it's an alright story though, but you know, I like a good Sontaran story because Sontarans are brilliant as always. But yeah, it looks decent. Tell me in the comments what you think about it, and also just say what you think about the stories which I haven't seen, which I will be coming up to. But yeah, in a way, I'm kind of looking forward to watching this one. Now we're on to the Keys of Time box set. I am not taking them out. No way. But I have to say, this box set is absolutely beautiful, and it's a good series, The Keys of Time. I'll just talk about the stories which are on it. 1 second. Well, to start off with, it has the Ribos operation. Now, I got a bit bored of the Ribos operation. I don't know. I think it should be in the. You probably have to be in the mood to watch it though, but I probably wasn't at the time. But I liked it how when the Doctor says to the first Romana, says, "Is rather Romana or Fred?" And she goes, "Well, Fred will do." It's like, "Okay, Romana, come with me." I thought that was brilliant. And I've also heard in the end of it, you see K9 go into the TARDIS, but the camera looks up. But apparently, from what I heard, K9 was actually he had like a ramp way to get into the TARDIS, so that's why they didn't really show it. But that's what I've heard. I'm not sure if that's completely true. The Pirate Planet. I actually don't mind that. I know not a lot of people are a fan of it. I know I know Charlie, he hates. Yeah, I know he doesn't like it. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's a decent story. I like how when the Doctor says to Romana, as it's like he talked about his friend Newton and he dropped the apple on his head. I thought that was brilliant. If you don't know who Newton is, he was he's, well, in a way, he was the guy who invented the elements of maths, which I think is brilliant. And it's just funny that the Doctor dropped the apple on his head. You probably know what I'm talking about if you know about Newton. The Stones of Blood. I know this one is overrated. It's actually my favourite. It's actually my favourite. And I know I'm being awkward though, but I really do like the Stones of Blood. Now we're on to the Androids of Tara. Yeah, I like that one. I think that was a really good one. I sometimes get it mixed up with the Android Invasion because it sounds similar. They have done that with nearly every Doctor Who story, but I am not going to go into detail with that. But yeah, the Androids of Tara. I was going to say the Android Invasion again. Yeah, the Androids of Tara is good. I really do like it. I would like to watch it again. Now, the Power Crow, I found this one so bloody boring. It just dragged it on and on. I just don't know why I didn't like it though, but I'll give it another rewatch and see what I think about it then. Now we're on to the last one, the Armageddon Factor. Yeah, it's good, but I don't think it should be a six-parter. I think it dragged it a bit though, but I loved it, the darkness of the Fourth Doctor did, it's like I possess the key to time. But yeah, it's a good series, the Keys of Time. I will definitely go back and watch it again. Now, Destiny of the Daleks. I can't remember what Davros, the other actor who did Davros, and I do know it though, but I just can't be bothered looking it up. But I think he did alright as Davros. I know Destiny of the Daleks isn't the best Davros or Dalek story though, but I think it did its best. I know Alex Goddard hates it, but I really do love Tom in it though. And even though it's not the best story, I liked how the pilot from Series 10 have referenced it though. But yeah, if I'm having a Davros story, I think I can enjoy it in a way. But yeah, it's an alright Davros story. City of Death. Believe it or not, this is one of my top 5 favourite City of Death DVDs. It's on my top 5 Fourth Doctor stories on Aaron's channel, All Things Doctor. I'll put the link in the description below. City of Death, I've only seen it once, but I remembered really, really enjoying it. It's because we had comedy legend John Cleese being in it, and I absolutely love him in Fawlty Towers and Monty Python. I think he's absolutely brilliant. His cameo was awesome. This story was absolutely brilliant, and it being in France and all that. Creature of the Pit. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard it's a good story though, but I've heard that the Doctor does stuff very sexual on it. I'm not gonna ask what it is though, but I heard it makes the Doctor look a little bit gay. But either way, I don't think I will blame Tom Baker for it. He's just doing what the script tells him to do. But yeah, this does look like a decent story though, but I haven't seen it. But I am looking forward to it, but just not what the Doctor's going to do in it. But yeah, it does look good. Nightmare of Eden. I remember Darren and Charlie not being a big fan of it, but I think Aaron watched it again. I think he actually enjoyed it. Aaron, if you're watching this, tell me in the comments. But yeah, this is one that I still need to see. I know that I'm not saying much about these episodes because I haven't even seen them yet. But yeah, this one looks alright. The Horns of Nimon, again, I still haven't seen it though, but according to Charlie, he absolutely hates it with his guts, so. But yeah, from what Charlie said to me, I'm not looking forward to watching this one. When I get back to my Tom Baker marathon, that is. I really should do, but to be honest, I kind of like the cover to it, though. I think the cover looks nice. But yeah, it's not one that I'm going to look forward to watch. Shada. Now, I absolutely love this one. It's in my top 5 Fourth Doctor stories. It is so good being set in Cambridge. But the only downside about it is that it was unfinished. I've heard that the camera team were on strike and stuff, and I don't know the full story though. But yeah, it's just such a big shame that it was unfinished though. But even though some of it is unfinished though, it still is a brilliant story. I do love this one, and I do like the location of Cambridge. I really do want to go there sometime. I watched this with Andrew when I was doing a weekend in Warwick, and he really liked it though. But yeah, I really wish all of this was done. But you know, either way, it's still a classic and brilliant story. The Leisure Hive. Oh, I absolutely hate this one. It's my least favourite Doctor Who story from what I've seen. Even Tom Baker doesn't even like it, that I've heard. He loves the Towns of Windtriangle, just like me and Charlie do. Oh yeah, and also he also asked me to say that he's got the special edition of Talons of Wing Chai Yang, and he's also got it autographed by Tom Baker himself. You bastard. Sorry, Charlie. The Leisure Hive, I just can't enjoy this one. It is so bloody boring, and you know Tom Baker had that he didn't like to be that old man in it though. It must have been a really waste of time. But yeah, I do not like this one at all. Meglos, another one that I haven't seen yet. I heard this one's alright. I'm just interested in why the Doctor is like that, really, though. Don't put spoilers down for this, though, because I want to watch it myself, though. But it looks interesting, though, but it doesn't look like one that I would overlook forward to, though. But, you know, I think it's just going to be there in Tom Baker's stories, Tom Baker's era. But, yeah, I'll give it a watch, see what I think. Full Circle, again, another one that I haven't seen. Sorry guys, this is where I haven't seen much of some of these Tom Baker stories though, but I know we're near to the end now. I've heard some mixed opinions about this. I think this is the first story of Adric to be introduced. Now, I personally like Adric. I don't know why a lot of people don't know, but I think his ending in Earthshock was so perfect. But yeah, I like Adric. He's a really decent character. Yeah, Full Circle looks like an interesting one to me, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. State of Decay again, guys. Another one that I haven't seen yet. I don't know what people think about this one though, but I have to say I do like the cover to it though. It kind of reminds me a bit like it kind of reminds me of Lord of the Rings in a way, you know, with of Saruman's tower there, and it's got like the Doctor and Leela there. I think this looks like a really dark cover, and it looks really interesting. The cover, I mean, though, but I don't know what people think about this story, so please let me know in the comments what you think about State of Decay. Warriors Gate, again, guys, another one that I still haven't seen yet, but I've heard that this one is very, very complicated. To me, it just sounds like a wibbly wobbly timey wimey story that Stephen Moffat has written. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this when I get up to it though. I think it's just going to be one of those stories which I'm just going to have to keep my have to switch my brain on though. But I've heard it's very complicated and not a lot of people understand it though. But you know, I'll give it a watch and I'll try and understand it. I'll try. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about this. Sorry guys if I'm not, from the ones which I haven't seen, sorry that I haven't said much though. I'm only just saying the things what I've heard off people. But yeah, we're near to the end now of Tom Baker. The Keeper of Traken. This is a really good one. It's such a good reveal of the Master. You know, him being inside there for like most of the episode. But to be honest, in a way, it can be a little bit predictable because the last time we saw the Master was in Deadly Assassin. So you know, he's just that living corpse Master, but it's played by a different actor, Jeffrey Beavers, which I personally love him in Big Finish. He's absolutely brilliant in The Light at the End, and which I really suggest that you should go and buy because it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's really good, this one. I love the ending of when the Master takes over that guy's body, and he says, "A new body at last, a new body at last." Now, up to Tom Baker's final story, Logopolis. I've only seen this one once, so I can't remember much of it, though. I mean, I know the ending and that, though, but I can't remember the full story, though. I remembered a bit at the beginning when the Doctor and Adric are, like, trapped in the TARDIS. It's kind of like two-dimensional sort of thing in a way. It's really good, Logopolis, though. A little bit underrated, though. But I love the ending of when the Doctor falls out of the satellite dish radio telescope, whatever you like to call it. He falls off the thing, and I think the Master, played by Anthony Ainley, is absolutely fantastic. And I think he was mean to the Doctor that he left him there to die, and I love the Doctor's the Tom Baker send off, and you know, the Watcher being the Doctor all the time, which I really, really like. Personally, I do. I love how, you know, all his past companions in his era, you know, just said Doctor, and I love the way he regenerates. It's just really, really cool. I have to say the same for Kaiser Androzani. I like the way the 5th Doctor regenerates into the 6th Doctor. But yeah, most of the regenerations are good, just not Timon Irani. Timon Irani can go fuck off. Sorry, Sylvester, I'm not being mean to you though. It's not your fault. But yeah, Logopolis is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely adore Tom Baker's era, and yeah, that's the end of my 4th Doctor DVD collection. I hope you enjoyed it, Adam Time Lord Fishwick's 4th Doctor DVD channel, because I certainly have. So, you should subscribe to Wait. No, Stuart does that. I'm just going to have some jelly babies now. But I'm going to go now. But I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye. So then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I haven't been doing much on this channel for a while though. Just haven't really thought of ever anything to do at the minute though. But I have got some stuff planned, so there are going to be some more videos up. So yeah, please check them out when they're up, of course. And I've just mostly been on my I've mostly been playing on my gaming channel, Walking Dead. I've just been catching up with that really. I know I should be on balance really though, but you know, it's just obvious. It's just like I've been a bit busy as well, not just because I've been playing the game though. But yeah, I will get more back to this channel because I absolutely love this YouTube channel. And yeah, as I said, I hope you enjoyed my 4th Doctor DVD collection. Okay, I shall see you next time. Bye.
Ah, hello. Why not subscribe to Adam Time Lord Fishwick's YouTube channel? It's very good, you know.
Goodbye.